it's MonneXo, and I'm here in this amazing Airbnb in downtown St. Louis with one of the founders of Date Ideas and Things to Do, Morgan Casey. I'm so excited to have you on this show. I've been waiting for this.
Thank you. Look, I'm excited.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's start off. What is Daters and Doers?
Daters and Doers is actually what we call our members of Date Ideas and Things to Do. So, the title is extremely long. So Daters and Doers kind of sums it up. But I think it's just like a cool little title to call our members instead of just members.
Yeah.
They're very important. They keep our group going.
Let's talk more about how the brand started. Like, where did the idea come from? You and Donnah, like, coming up with this and being super successful, having over 413, 400K.
Yeah, we're just gonna say a lot.
A lot of notifications.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No. So like, what happened was on my personal Facebook page, I had a good little following, and I was posting things I was doing in the city, and it just started going viral. So like the sunflower field, I went skydiving, passed out in the air, like straight went to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I had a coworker that was like, "Yo, like we love what you're doing. Can you create something where we can follow like exactly everything that you're doing in the city as far as like events and experiences?" So anything I do, I try to like make a business out of it. So I'm not gonna just like be doing like hobbies and all that.
Yeah.
But I came home and I'm like, Donnah, look, like, we got to come up with a cool title, and that's how we came up with Date Ideas and Things to Do. It's simple, like that's what it is.
Yeah. Straight to the point.
Yeah, like, and so I thought maybe like 500 people, something like that, would follow. We had 5,000 members in the first week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so even then, I still didn't think it would be as big as it is now. We're only a year and a half in. Just St. Louis, we're averaging close to 3 million viewers a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. We're super blessed. I love it, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah. I say no, go talk more about the work behind it, because I think when it comes to social media, like, people are like, oh, it's so cool to go viral, and it's so easy, but a lot of people don't realize that it's not. Like, you can go viral maybe one time, but then it's also just keeping up, and with you guys, it's going to like these different places, restaurants, and all those things, and just being able to maintain all of that. So how's that been?
I'm actually glad you asked that. Like, nobody's ever asked us like what happens behind what you see.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work as far as keeping up with it. I've looked at my charts, and we'll reach like 130,000 people in one day, and then like go one day where we don't really like touch the group, and it'll go all the way down to like 20,000 people. So if it's that large of a gap with numbers, it shows you how important it is to stay engaged every day.
Yeah.
So we're running 16 different cities. So it's like the work that we're doing for St. Louis, we have to times that by all the other cities. It's just being consistent. We do go viral a lot. However, we've never planned to go viral. Like, we've never made content and said, this is going to go viral.
Yeah.
Because more than likely, if that's what your intentions is, it's not going to go viral.
It's not going to go viral, exactly.
I think it's always kind of like by mistake. Even with the group, we didn't plan on this being something that's reaching millions of people, but it's happening, and we try to keep that same mentality.
Yeah. Now, how has it been though with the people, all the influencers you guys are working with, like all the partnerships you guys have been gaining just over the course of the time? Like, how has that been, maintaining those relationships with the influencers, having them go to these different places and making sure they're getting content that you love, that you can show off to the world?
Yeah, like, it's really important to me to work with the other influencers in the cities that we're in. One, because Donnah and I, we're very new to like this influencer world, and it's not something we planned on being called influencers, but I think it's important to work together. And so if we're stepping into a industry or a platform that we're not used to, and we've like really done really well at it, I don't want to just keep our benefits to us, I want to share that with the people that have actually been working hard and like been studying this stuff and doing it. Like, I want to share that platform with them. So like, I love working with the influencers, not just in St. Louis, but Atlanta, Chicago, and allowing them to have that freedom too. So I'm not real big on like, it has to be this, that, and the other. Like, I give like simple guidelines, and then you be creative.
Yeah.
You do what you do. They have our what our expectations are, is just so we don't get sued or nothing. But other than that, like, I want to see the creativity and the freedom from all the different influencers.
Yeah. Now, how do you feel though when it comes to like you being able to experience like all these different places and having these opportunities to go to like restaurants you never even thought you would even go to and stuff?
Yeah, like, I love it.
And Donnah, let me add that in. How do you think Donnah feels too?
Donnah probably loves it too. You know, I'm gonna just like keep it real with you. It's not as probably as beautiful and stuff that it probably looks like on camera. Just being honest, because at the end of the day, we are a couple. We love to go on dates. Like that's how I got her, you know. But
okay.
but now there's cameras involved, so it's not as intimate as we would want. So like I think my favorite date nights and things that we actually do is like those alone times at home with no cameras, no makeup. What Drake say, sweatpants on, whatever. Am I allowed to, can I say his name on your? He ain't gonna sue us for saying his name.
No, maybe he'll watch the video, right?
but yeah, like you know, those are our favorite things to do nowadays, just because every time we're actually out, we're actually working.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So trying to find that balance, and it kind of just ties into the next question of like your experiences together as a couple and being business partners. Like, how has that made your relationship grow?
Whew.
Because I'm sure you've learned a lot about each other just from a business side. Like it's totally different.
You know, I will say we started off, the way that we got together was almost business. We planned our 10-year class reunion for high school together. So if you ask her, and I know she's not here, but I promise you this is what she would say, that she fell in love with how I do business. Like I would take a phone call and I could look over and see, you know, she was falling in love with me. Like
okay, Morgan.
So you know, like, so that's how we kind of like got together. So that started like this certain type of energy or whatever. As we've continued on, we're learning more about each other, and we're learning our differences and things like that. It's a beautiful thing. As long as you're like, I think if you're mature in a relationship and you can actually like appreciate your differences, then you're good. But I'll be honest, like I had to have some growth. And like at first, you know, I'm used to doing business, doing events, and I was like expecting Donnah to like be just like me. And she had her strong areas, and like she's very organized. I'm not. Like and we had to like look at each other and say, okay, well then if you're super organized, then you should be over this part of the business. And now if I'm super creative, then I'll be over this part. So it's like, thank God we found that balance and understanding, because it got rocky for a minute.
Yeah.
You know? But
well, I'm glad that you're very transparent with that, because from the outside looking in, you know, people are like, oh my gosh, you guys are so, which you are a beautiful couple, but they don't know or understand or maybe even see or care to see that you guys are human too. Business owners are humans too. So being able to open up about those things, I appreciate on my end. What has been your favorite places so far that you've gotten to experience, and then just in general seeing like all the different influencers visit?
I would say definitely I've found it. This is like something that like everybody in St. Louis has been to, and you know, it may not be like a wow, but City Museum. And the reason I say that is because for whatever reason, growing up, I didn't go a lot. But since we've actually started a partnership with them, I've been able to explore City Museum in a different type of lens. And it's so amazing. Like every time I go, I see a different part that I've never seen before. It's one of those places like you can continuously go on different dates and still be, you know, amazed. That's probably like one of my favorite locations. But the food part is really cool. However, we got a wedding coming up, so we're like going to be sending more influencers for the out to eat stuff, because I'm gaining so much weight.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you know, it's pros and cons to it.
Yeah, but just your overall experience, like social media, your just day to day, honestly, like just being a millennial and having this platform for people that are millennials, and shoot, even just people just in general that come across the page, like how has it just made you feel knowing the success that you guys have had?
Yeah, like I love it. I'll tell you, like the day that I actually had to start looking at things different, I was actually here at my property and was downstairs in the lobby and saw someone moving in. And I'm always like just vocal and trying to invite people to the page. And I remember saying, hey, I see you're moving in. Where are you moving from? And they're like, I think somewhere West Coast. And I was like, well, you should follow my page, Date Ideas. And she cut me off. And she's like, that's the reason we moved here.
Oh, wow.
I said, what? She's like, we were trying to decide we're going to move to Springfield or St. Louis. They found our group. They followed it for 2 weeks and said, we're going to St. Louis.
Wow.
So I remember coming up here, like sitting right at the bar was Donnah. And I'm like, this is much bigger than us. Like this is something that I didn't think it was gonna be. And from then we realized like our power of influence and just understanding that we're in a situation where we have the opportunity to convince people of certain things.
Yeah.
And then that's where you make that choice of, do I convince them good things or, bad things?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we're going good. We're going to go positive. We're going to shine light on St. Louis and how beautiful the city is, how many things there are to do here, how cool like so many different people are. And, and that's the route that we try to stay. So like if you notice, the group is extremely positive. We don't even allow people to ask questions like, should I go to this restaurant or that restaurant? Simply because then you get people speaking negative about the opposite restaurant. We don't even approve those types of things. Our goal is to make sure that our city like is looked at in the best light possible.
Oh, I love it. I knew I liked you for a reason. That's how it's supposed to be.
Definitely.
Well, I'm excited for all the things that you guys like have in store because you guys are booming. Now, before we like wrap up, I want you to answer these questions. You're gonna pick out 3 from the Closet jar. All right. And you're going to answer them as positive as you can because we are a positive platform.
What's your strangest habit? I love pimple popping videos. Okay. Like I will stay up all night and watch those. Like
I was not expecting her to answer that fast.
You want to, because I do it every night. Like Donna will tell you, like I love them.
Okay.
You want me to keep going? You want mic drop or what?
No,
like,
what? No.
Let's see.
It's like you already knew that question was coming.
No, I ain't look.
Okay.
All right. What era would you live in if you could choose? What's the one where Greece? What was that? 50s?
50s. I think that was 50s. Yeah.
Somewhere around that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I imagine myself like in a leather jacket, or the hair like, like slicked to the side.
Do you like Grease 1 or 2 better? Did you watch Grease 2?
Yeah.
I like Grease 2 better.
See, I like Grease 1.
Okay.
I like originals. It's okay. You telling me sorry?
Sorry.
On your show?
I like Grease 2 better.
What is your worst nightmare? Ooh. Worst nightmare. Probably failing. But you said you wanted me to answer it in a positive way. I can't answer that.
Well, I mean, that's honest. It's not like
I don't want to fail.
Yeah.
I'm motivated. It's crazy. I just had a little counseling session the other day, which is important. People should go to therapy.
Definitely.
But we had to like break down like what is my actual fear, and my fear is failing. And then it was like, why is that my fear? Because like my goal is not to like be rich and famous. My goal is to be able to provide the proper life for my son, for my future wife. Like so if that means just like $80,000 a year or $1 million a year, whatever, like as long as I can accomplish that, then that's success for me.
Yeah, I love it. I told you these
questions.
Now I can
do my mic drop.
Yep, because that was supposed to be that. Well, I appreciate you. Now, before we wrap up, what do you guys have going on? Like, how can people follow you, support, donate, become a volunteer?
Donate, keep my cash up. No, like, so on Instagram, we have our date ideas and things to do on IG, but definitely check out our personal Instagram so you can kind of see that transparent side and follow us throughout this journey, and that's Daters and Doers. And then, of course, like any city that you're in, check it out on Facebook. So just put it date ideas and things to do in whatever city you're in and see if something pops up. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Thank you. No. Look, this was fun. We can't keep going. No. We can't do a part 2.
The Easter egg hunt? It's sold out though, but
it is. I ain't trying to get nobody hype. But definitely check out our adult Easter egg hunt.
For next year.
For next year. Check out our recap video. Yeah, so no, that's our biggest event of the year. We made front page of Wall Street Journal for it in 2019, and yeah, we're gonna keep. Hopefully, we're about to start traveling with it next year. Yeah, and make sure y'all book this Airbnb because it's super dope. How can they book? It's a nice space. Hit me up personally. Give you a discount. Oh, yeah. The 94XO. Just for your watch. Use the code 94XO. You say I plugged that in. I appreciate you. I'm MonneXo. We're out. Be easy. It's your girl MonneXo, and you just finished a 94XO interview. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment to our YouTube channel, and follow us on social media platforms. Be easy.